Okay, let's take a look. First thing we're going to do is just watch some videos here before we look at your chip. Main thing is whether we're hitting a full swing or a driver, it's leverage. So we're applying leverage, speed. What happened inside this force, the first thing we need to do is to make sure we're applying leverage to the ball. So as one on the right, we're going to see the bottom of the swing is right where the green arrow is. We're on a downward blow. And always feel like we're applying leverage downward. Compression hits the face, it makes it go up, so the shaft's still leaning this way. This is not a restriction. You shouldn't feel like you're trying to hold anything, but we're trying to feel like we're not trying to lift anything. You hit the ball first and goes down to the green arrow to the bottom of the swing, and that's the divot. Hands are very quiet down here. We're moving, not from the hands, we're moving up here in the core, in this area up here. So we come over to this one. Again, they're moving from the core. Hands are quiet, creating the ball ground contact and popping the ball up in the air. So there's no lift, it's just applying leverage to your swing. So you go over here, we're just going to go here and do some little chip shots. You can see you're doing that perfectly. Hit the ball first and leverage. Now your instinct will get, and when you get in trouble, will be two things. Either it's more likely here, you don't get too scoopy in the hands anymore, so that's pretty good. You have quiet hands here. Sometimes there could be a little bit handsy, but for the most part, it's pretty good. They always will get you in trouble is when this part of your body here will pull away from the shot. It'll pull you up. It's how you stay right down on your feet. So you're pushing for the energy from here. You're feeling that connected feeling here, which we'll see in a second in that drill. Feels connected there, and just applying leverage and release it. Hit and let it go. Now the chipping drill, let's go back to it. So here is me doing the 3 different drills. It's basically the same thing. I'm hitting with my arm, one-handed with this. You don't have to hit balls with that, but it's the feeling I want you to have. You can see I'm not using my wrist, I'm using my core, my arm stays. If you see it, me hitting the ball right after, you can see everything is working the same exact motion. I just have my other hand on it. But the power source of the bridge, you can see my wrist, not the right wrist. Look at how it doesn't change that angle. It stays the same. I'm moving my core the same. So I'm really just moving from here. And all that front hand is just to help me support the weight. But that's about it. My legs are moving the same. The same as I'm applying leverage to the back. I am not trying to lift it. I'm applying leverage. You see in the bottom screen, you'll see the ball hit the face, and the face will make it pop up in the air. So that's our little core motion, which is what you're doing here, just simple hitting chip shots, getting that feel. When you get in trouble, you'll start twisting from the hips and shoulders, which pulls you away from the hit. That's your little bit of your lift. So let's go over here. We'll move back ahead. Okay, so here is me and Rory hitting the bag. Again, there's that core feeling. I've got that low feeling in here. I'm hitting with my feeling in my core. My feet are pushing my core muscles. My arm are applying leverage to the bag. Same as Rory, he's not trying to lift the bag, he's applying leverage. And that's a feeling that we want to feel the same way. You feel like you're applying leverage. See how your arm here is staying flex, it's great, and there's extension here, which is great, there's leverage, is great, and that's your hit. So that's your force in your swing. So if I go over here to Jon Rahm, completely different looking swing from the front, from just looking at it in full motion, but break it down, he's applying leverage as Rory did. Same motion, apply leverage to the bag. It's important for you to feel how you're moving all your lower half, feet off the feet pushing, core, and arms apply leverage to the ball. And that's our contact. And that's what you're doing right here, just contacting that leverage. The only thing changes in the full swing is what we talked about is the right arm needs to fold. So if you watch here, Tommy Fleetwood here, his right arm will fold up. So this is a half swing, but all you would do here is let the arm fold here from this joint, which we worked on. It folds up. And that's how you get the club up to the top. So you'll see their arm that was down, the right arm folds, and that's why the club goes up. It's not a bigger twist, just a little bit of a fold. Adam Scott here, you're going to watch his back arm just fold up, elbow down, and that's where he gets to his height. So that, once you have that, all we would do is do a bigger version of that folding and apply leverage the same way. Doesn't change in your swing. And you see I'm just playing leverage to the bag from a different point of view, but they're all kind of going the same way. Now, the slingshot part has always been a bit of a trouble for you because right here you would always hit but keep twisting your hips and shoulders energy-wise. And that's why we want to see the bag. We're trying to play a force to the bag, and then we can let it go by, which you did great here because your shoulders didn't release. So when they watch these pros head to the ball, they're going to play leverage just as you did. You're playing leverage, and then they watch how the club slingshots past them, and that's speed. So again, it's trying to kick a hit, and then let it go. So that's really what we want to keep seeing in the swing. Let's look at our drills. There's our chipping drill. Again, you can see I'm hitting and letting go, not hitting and holding. It's also important for you to see that you're playing leverage to the bag and not lifting the bag. And after the bag, we're going to let it slingshot up. So there's a hit, and then let it go. A hit, and let it go. From the side view, still hitting the bag, feeling powerful there in that lower half core. This is your arm folding drill. It just bends in the backswing. And if it bent like this, you would get your hands higher. Your body will still move the same way, but that's what bending should feel like a little bit in your swing.